Hello everyone, my name is Willie Moultrie and I'm a gallery teacher at the Detroit Institute of Arts. In this video, I'll talk about a series of works that can be found right here at the DIA titled the John Brown Series. The John Brown Series was originally created in 1941 by Jacob Lawrence. It is a series of 22 paintings that depict multiple figures, landscapes, and scenes that illustrate a visual narrative to the story of John Brown. What do you notice about this artwork? If you look closely, you notice that this artwork, along with others from this series, were constructed using gouache on paper. Gouache is a method of painting using opaque or solid pigments ground in water and thickened with a glue-like substance. Screen prints were made later in between 1974 and 1977 because the original gouaches were delicate and can't be exposed to light continually without damaging the work. Let's take another look. If you look closely again, you've noticed the figure and the object in the background. Scenes like this were meant to set the tone of the series while giving context to the story of John Brown. By illustrating the crucifixion of Christ, the artist references John Brown's Christian religious beliefs. Let's take another look. The John Brown series is based on historical events and is one of the earliest examples of the desire of African American artists to portray these events in a manner that applies to their people, to take control of that history to educate their people. Jacob Lawrence created this narrative series on Brown while he was on his honeymoon in New Orleans, where he experienced racism and segregation of the American South for the first time. This event triggered the desire to tell the story of John Brown, the abolitionist who fought to his death with the conviction that he had a divine mission to overthrow black slavery in America. Brown was and is regarded as a hero among many African Americans. The series represents Lawrence's tribute to a man who laid down his life in the struggle for justice and freedom. The imagery and style utilized by the artist captures the intense moods of each painting while foreshadowing Brown's martyrdom. Lawrence's formative years as an artist took place in 1930s Harlem, New York, where Black artists, writers, and intellectuals had been actively working to create a new identity for African Americans. Widely recognized as the Harlem Renaissance, this movement focused on deconstructing stereotypes through artistic expression and dialogue that reflected the cultural and intellectual achievements of the new Negro movement. The Harlem Renaissance was active between 1918 and 1935 and included prominent African American creatives such as Aaron Douglas, Romari Bearden, Langston Hughes, and Zora Neale Hurston. While it ended with the Depression, its influence on African American art and culture is still apparent today. Before we wrap things up, I want you to keep in mind that 3 of these pieces will be on display at a time and will rotate regularly to ensure the full representation of the entire series. We highly encourage you to visit the museum soon to check it out. This wraps up the video. Thanks for joining. We hope to see you soon at the DIA.